I did.
All right, let's see what we've got here. Some kind of wooden card? Better hang on to it. And another journal, but not Clark's. Uh-oh, sounds like the presentation's wrapping up. I'd better make myself scarce.
Quick, jump out the window! Or not. Oh, hi.
And who might you be?
Oh, nobody.
Oh, just one of the cleaners. It's my first night, so I was getting a feel for the place.
I'm afraid I don't believe you. This is a members-only club, and you clearly aren't a member.
Yeah, I just said I was a cleaner.
You must have broken in. Your intent was to steal something, I suppose.
Also, I recognize the voice. You're LaPorte, aren't you?
I'm no thief. My hands are empty.
And your pockets?
Nothing I didn't bring in with me.
You're quite clever. Very well, you can go. Let it not be said that General LaPorte can't be merciful. But if I ever see you in here again, I won't be so lenient. Understood?
Yes,
yeah, sure.
sir.
Thanks for the wooden card, by the way.
Well, did you find him?
I think so, but let's get out of here.
Also, I can only assume
Now,
that him
let's
you're
see what's
referring
in
to
this
is Clark,
diary I
and no, I
found.
didn't. Hello. November 22nd, 1844. The soldier is not a political animal. His sole concern is to determine how to achieve the objectives he has been given with all the resources he can muster. Why are some of these words capitalized? Do I need to remember this? The motives behind the order, the whys and wherefores, are not his to question. That is politics, and it is for politicians. Just make sure I'm still recording. But a soldier is also a private citizen of his republic. He is endowed with a vote and a voice, and may, indeed must, use all his faculties of discernment and discretion in the exercise thereof. As a citizen, he may be rightfully interested in national affairs and move to do all that is within his power to deflect the march toward ruin. Any less would be a dereliction of his patriotic duty. I write this not as a soldier, but as a concerned citizen. Indulging the basest populist fears, Leroy is pursuing a labor right agenda of anti-tech appeasement that will shackle the productive capabilities of this country for generations. The inevitable result will be an economic depression and want of military readiness that will put us at the mercy of our enemies and render us a permanently dependent, withered, and diseased appendage of the crown. Steam tech and its even more potent successor, ethericity, are the engines that will power our prosperity and military might. If we do not pursue these technologies with all robustness, we may be assured that others will. So now we know what his interest in Dr. Clark is, I guess. Both as a citizen and as a soldier charged with the defense of our Commonwealth, I cannot stand idly by and watch our future destroyed. June 12th, 1847. Was that first entry dated as well? November 2nd, 1844. Goddamn. It's 3 years later. An infant industry is poised to be strangled in its crib, and its genius father must suffer his reputation to be torn to tatters, all because of a single unfortunate accident. I refer, of course, to the incident at the Lamplight City Expo, which Leroy has seized upon as an opportunity to decry the intolerable dangers of the whole etheric project and agitate for a total ban. The way of progress was never smooth, but after stumbling over the first pebble in the road, a timorous populace now wrings its hands in hysterical anguish. Political opportunists now rush to coddle simple minds by vying to introduce the most stringent measures yet proposed. These men are ignoramuses, who cannot see the potential in what Dr. Clark has wrought. The nation that first tames the unbridled power of ethericity will be the unrivaled leader of the world, and need genuflect no potentate. You swallow a thesaurus when you wrote this. Vespuccia needs an etheric project of her own, not subject to the whims of politics or commerce, and Dr. Clark is just the man to carry it through. He must not be allowed to succumb to the passing winds of ill favor. July 25th. Fort Beaumont is a conveniently situated outpost out of the way of common traffic, yet close enough to the rail terminus. Is LaPorte the man that sent the Blackburns after us? Because he's mentioning Fort Beaumont. He's the person that's been sending shipments and whatnot, isn't he? Anyway, out of the way of common traffic, yet close enough to the rail terminus in the town of Rosewater. Close by in the San Bernardino Valley is a village of indigenous people who might be kept in a state of sufficient aggravation, that would be the autumn, and agitation to render the fort an indispensable bulwark against them, as none may dispute that certain campaigns of suppression emanating from Fort Beaumont must therefore be waged. A fivefold increase in its annual allotment of material to fund such operations will provoke no complaint. Yeesh. However, I cannot work with Captain Mayhew. He is principled and proud and will not be susceptible to the usual inducements. A tour patrolling the Laurentian border will provide him ample opportunity for the honorable and distinguished service he craves far from here. As a replacement, there is in Clayton Creek a certain Lieutenant Stokes, presently facing summary court-martial on charges of disorderly conduct and public drunkenness after causing the death of a local in some dispute over a woman of low virtue. You surprise me. Not really. It happens that Stokes descends from an old military family. His grandfather, no less a man than Colonel Remington Stokes, lost his life in the pacification skirmishes that ultimately civilized Dixie. Consequently, the lieutenant harbors no love for savages and a strong aversion to any stain of dishonor upon his distinguished family name. In gratitude for the dismissal of charges and a promotion to captain, such a man would prove exceptionally complacent. Fairly sure that's misspelled. Unless that's an old-fashioned spelling. March 3rd, 1850, the first cup of water given to a man rescued from a shipwreck at sea tastes as sweet as the finest wine. How much sweeter, then, the finest wine must be, accompanied by steak and lobster, and followed by a quantity of port and good cigars. Dr. Clark has accepted the hospitality of my club and given ear to my entreaties. I have impressed upon him the need for utmost discretion. In return, he will be at liberty to continue his research here, sheltered from disturbance and wholly provided for in the smallest detail. It is an offer that no man in his position could possibly refuse. March 11th. All has been arranged on Gannet Island. Okay, so we got a destination for the woman at the dock at no small expense, and the facility is ready to receive its chief researcher. Preparations were underway well in advance of his acceptance. Had Dr. Clark proved unwilling, another expert, less proficient and likely less tractable, would have to have been produced. It is for the better that such contingencies were not necessary. With Dr. Clark leading the effort, Project Rosewater can commence imminently. Rapid progress is expected. When my country is ready to sup on the fruits of this labor, she may well thank me for my foresight.
Clark's not at the club anymore, but I found out who invited him to El Presidio, an army general named LaPorte. He's got Clark on Gannet Island working on some secret operation called Project Rosewater.
Project Rosewater?
No idea what it is, but it's the whole reason LaPorte brought Clark here.
Wait a minute. Remember those crates on the army supply wagon? The ones marked Rosewater? They weren't going to the town of Rosewater. I bet they were coming here for Project Rosewater.
Of course.
May well be.
Fort Beaumont was just a waypoint. It sure seemed like a lot of stuff for one little outpost in the middle of nowhere.
So, the night deliveries, the Aurum bars.
Something big is going on here. We need to have a talk with Shaw.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we need to talk to her first before heading for Gannet Island.
Miss Leger, have you any news?
Clark's been moved to Gannet Island.
There's also that wooden card I haven't had a chance to look at yet.
Gannet Island? There's nothing there, just a crumbling fort and lighthouse.
Have you heard of an army general named LaPorte? Or something called Project Rosewater?
Neither. Go on.
Yeah. How to handle this.
You said your reasons for seeking Dr. Clark were complicated. This quest has run us afoul of some very dangerous people. If you expect
And
us
nearly
to get
gotten a
Clark
good friend
for you,
killed.
I want to know why you want him so badly.
Very well. Imagine airships, engines, furnaces, powered not by petroleum and coal, but by ethericity, an infinitely renewable energy source that comes from the sky itself, clean, efficient, and economical.
But you run an oil company.
I run an energy company, Miss Leger. Energy takes many forms. With Dr. Clark in my employ, we can lay the groundwork now for a pivot from oil to ethericity. Once the benefits become apparent, the market will clamour for clean, safe, etheric energy. And only one company will be equipped to meet that demand on day one. Mine.
What about the ban?
Bans are imposed by governments, and governments change, Miss Leger. Not everyone supports Leroy's technophobic policies. The Labourites are barely hanging on. It's not just Atwood's trade party that would like to see etheric advancement back on the table. Royalists, justice, pioneers, even the Christian Union would all get on board. In these fractious times, ethericity has the potential to be a great uniter. Change is just over the horizon. But enough politics. You know where Clark is. Go get him. Best of luck.
Excuse me. All right. Well, before we do that, what's this wooden card I found?
A strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side.
Huh. Almost looks like an old-timey key card. All right, well, let's go see if we can secure a passage.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
How much to go to Gannet Island?
Oh, hell. There's no amount of money could get me to set foot on that island.
Oh, great.
Why not?
It's cursed. Haunted by demonic spirits.
Oh, not another
Come
one.
on, really?
I've seen them with my own eyes. Horrid specters floating around the place, ready to kill anyone who gets too close. When they're out dancing in the sky at night, you can feel their evil influence in the air, too. Hot shivers going down the back of your neck. If you know what's good for you, you'll get any idea going out there out of your head.
Look, we really need to get to that island.
How much to buy your
Good
fucking
luck to
boat
you,
then?
Nobody in their right mind will take you there.
You said no amount of money could get you to set foot on the island. What if you just dropped us off?
You're dead set on going, aren't you?
I thought I'd made that clear.
All right. If you have such a disregard for your life, there's nothing I can do about it. But I won't take you there for any less than 60 crowns.
I think I've got just
You
that.
drive a hard bargain, but we're not giving up. Here's the money.
Oh, I have way more than I thought. Thought I had only like 65.
All right. The minute I drop you off, I'm gone.
How are we supposed to get back?
I'll come back for you. At dawn. If the ghosts haven't killed you before then, that is.
We'll take our chances. Let's go.
Okay, then.
Owing to the island's reputation as the accursed haunt of assorted malignant spooks and spirits, it has cost us a comely copper to induce one of the credulous locals to transport us here.
Harley Leger, master of
I
alliteration.
do have to admit that this place presents a rather eerie aspect. It's easy enough to imagine ghosts drifting along the ramparts of the ruined fort, or floating among the after images of the lighthouse beam. But there's only one ghost I'm interested in finding here.
Remember, I'll be back at sunrise. Then I'm heading home whether you're on my boat or not.
Uh-huh.
Uy, que mareo. I am glad to be back on solid ground.
Look, there's smoke coming from the chimney of that cabin.
Phil's no sea dog, I
guess
guess.
this island isn't all that abandoned. Stay alert.
Okay, so there's the cabin, but there's also this place up here.
Bet this fort was impressive in its day. It's a crumbling ruin now.
We can go in. I guess let's check out the cabin first. Yeah, thought so.
Hello? Anyone home? No one here. We can do some prowling. Whoever's staying in here must believe the stories about the island being haunted.
Anything we can search? There we go.
Locked. Because of course it is.
Okay then.
Damn, this lock is way more complex than it looks.
Oh.
I won't be able to pick it.
Okay, interesting.
A plain-looking cupboard, but the good stuff's always on the inside.
Alright, start messing with shit, I guess.
It's getting late. I hope we can make that dawn rendezvous.
Thanks, that didn't help.
A spare lantern. It's keeping this place nice and warm.
Oh, hi. Can we just search them?
Hey, there's something rattling around in here.
Spare
a small
key?
silver key. I'll just hang on to it.
Yay. You, I would imagine, go here.
Here we are.
Yeah.
It's empty, except for a couple of bullets. I'll take those.
May as well just hand those to Danny.
Just some standard revolver bullets.
Here, need some ammo?
Want some bullets?
Sure, thanks.
Okay, there we go. Simple as that. Is that really all we needed? Is there anything else in any of these other tea cans? Alright, let's check out the fort then, I guess. Oh, hi.
Shh. Not another step. There's a guard. Stay quiet.
Okay. Can we go this way without him
Stay
seeing
here.
us?
I'm going to see what's through that door over there.
Where? Oh, there's steps over there. Okay. Whoa. Charming place.
There's a lot of broken glass in here. What's this? One container hasn't been broken. I might be able to use it.
Cool.
Nothing. Just some muck.
Darn.
Just a dirty old sheet. And I see no reason to get any closer.
Anything else? Nothing of interest, it doesn't look like.
This place is falling apart. A nice mountain.
Yeah, nothing. Alright, let's take a look at this container.
An empty glass beaker.
Cool. Alright, well, I'm assuming that was worth it. That's glass. Maybe we do the old throw the thing, make a noise, distract the guard trick.
Looks like we found the island's inhabitant. What exactly is he guarding?
And also, how the hell does he not see you?
I don't want to.
Let's see, is there anything I can interact with? No.
Odd device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into.
Alright.
The guard keeps drinking from this cup.
Maybe we need to put something in it to put him to sleep. Want a banana?
Not putting that.
Oh, damn.
Not now.
Oh, okay.
Not.
Can't talk to the guard or the guys for ideas. Alright. Well, if that is what we do, where would we throw this? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Maybe, if they'll hurry up, we come back to the shack. And maybe one of these tea things will, put him to sleep.
A box of chamomile tea. By Ji Guan. Some kind of Chinese tea, I guess. It's got a dragon on it, but no indication of what tea is inside. Oolong. I think I've had this stuff before.
No indications about, sleepiness, though. Danny, you got any ideas?
Yes, Harley.
Any ideas for getting us past that guard?
Actually, yes. He doesn't look too tough. I could probably scare him off with a little gunplay. Does that sound good?
Don't know if he's the only one here,
Don't
though.
know.
Okay.
Phil, what about you?
Hey, Phil? Got any ideas for getting rid of that guard?
Yes, it is perhaps a gamble, but I think I might have a plan. This island is rumored to be haunted, no? The atmosphere is certainly eerie enough. I believe that with a little pageantry, we might convince the guard the rumors are true. I will need a couple of props.
Okay.
Such as?
Some kind of light source and something I can cover myself with.
Well, there's a light source right there. I found something you can cover yourself with. I don't know if you want it. Well, we could take that, so I guess that's his light source.
Hey,
I didn't need to do that. Wanted to do this.
This will work.
Needs to be lit.
there.
Okay. How about now?
Here, will this do?
This will be perfect.
All right, cool. Might not like the other thing I'm about to get you.
Just a dirty old sheet. This could be what Phil's looking for. Ugh. Hope I don't have to carry this for long. Here, can you use this?
I would have preferred it to be less soiled, but I will make do.
There wasn't a washing machine
This is
handy, sorry.
everything I need. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go for it.
Very good. I will need some help from you, too. Come, I will explain. All right, help me put this together.
Okay.
Huh? What's that? What mortal
Yeah, what was that?
foot treads upon this cursed ground? Your bones will mix with the dust of our bones. Flee, or join us in the dance of eternal torment.
Damn.
Jump at Jehoshaphat! I don't get paid enough for this.
Later, dude.
Chilling stuff, Phil. Wow.
What can I say? I felt inspired. Perhaps some of Jake's showmanship has rubbed off, eh?
Now
I
to
fucking
get
hope
those
not.
doors open. Somehow.
So, what exactly did I help with? Because it seemed like Phil did that all on his own.
Massive doors. Do they lead underground?
I mean, they ain't exactly going upstairs, are they?
Quite an elaborate contraption.
Let's start pulling on shit.
I have a feeling pulling that lever will make something important happen.
And we may have to, because I think that's the only thing I can interact with. Never
Nothing
mind.
happened.
Okay.
Quite an
Uh-huh.
quite an
Uh-huh. Oh,
I
wait, I
have a
already
fe-
did that. Yep. Yeah, I can only look at that.
odd device.
Am I missing something? What's in here? Oh! There's a slot. Maybe I
It's
put
a
that
small
wooden card
slot.
into. Yeah. Boink.
It fits.
Yay. Where are you going? Pull the damn lever. Ah, there we go. Nice.
Santa Maria!
Wow. That's something.
You're telling me.
Well, down we go, gentlemen.
Better take this card back. Don't want to be stuck down there. All right, folks. I think this is it. Wherever this takes us, I have a feeling Dr. Clark will be there.
The real question is, will we be able to return here once we've found him?
I sure hope so.
Maybe one of us should stay up here, just in case.
There's no telling what we'll find down there.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
should all stick together.
Okay, let's go then.
I've already lost half the party as it is.